Princess Diana's tragic death is one of the most heartbreaking news stories of the century. The People's Princess died exactly 23 years ago in a car crash in Paris. A week later, she was honored with a public funeral that remains one of the most watched events in history, as an estimated 2.5 billion people worldwide viewed or listened to the service, while another 3 million crowded in the streets of London to follow the procession. For Prince William, she'll always simply be the best. And now Princess Diana opened up about the burden her eldest son faced from birth before she was tragically killed at the age of 36. Former BBC royal correspondent Jenny Bond shared a close relationship with Diana and got to know her on a personal level through her coverage of the royal family. Reflecting back on things she learned from Diana, the 73-year-old claimed that the late princess is aware things weren't easy for William from the start. In an interview, the royal expert says, "Diana had great faith in William and told me she thought the country would come to realize that they were very lucky to have someone like William, and I think her words ring true today." In a heartbreaking turn, Diana touched upon the pressure William was under from the moment he was born. She also told me that William felt the burden of his destiny. Jenny shared, "Unlike other young boys, he would never have freedom of choice over the job, what he would do, or the direction of his life. His mother recognized that William being born heir to the throne made him different from every child, even those closest to him. He was born to be king, and that, of course, set him apart from every other boy or girl, even from his brother," she said. As a child of divorce, she did not want the same outcome for her and Charles's son, Prince William and Prince Harry. Dancer and London City Ballet mistress Anne Allen, Princess Diana's longtime dance teacher, revealed intimate details of her conversations with the late Princess of Wales in her new book, Dancing with Diana. She recalled Diana's deep anxiety and dread about the end of her marriage. She wrote of her fear for the future. Diana was in a complex situation, and she was searching for honest answers and solutions, Allen wrote. Allen said Diana was torn in her marriage to then Prince Charles, admitting she loved him, but believed he didn't feel the same. People magazine published excerpts from the soon-to-be-released memoir. Diana's talks with Allen spanned years during her private dance training with the Princess of Wales. "I just can't seem to do anything right when it comes to my husband. I do love him so much, and I want him to be proud of me. But I don't think he feels the same way," Diana reportedly said to Allen in 1986. The dancer wrote, "I just let her talk, not offering advice, but just listening." She continued, "I don't understand why I'm not enough for him. I think he prefers an older woman." Diana confessed to Allen that Charles had a mistress, Camilla Parker Bowles. "I know he's seeing Camilla again. Am I expected to accept that, like the other princesses of Wales before? Am I just to turn a blind eye to my husband having a mistress?" The passage continues, "Why does he not love me? I really don't understand. I've tried everything. Tried to conform to his wishes, even though I don't always agree. There's no affection between us, and I'm always on my own. I just want to be loved. I can't keep going on like this. They're really expecting me to just say nothing and keep going. How do I do that?" Diana concluded. Anne Allen believed that at the core of Princess Diana's heartbreak, she was never really wanting to give up on her relationship with Prince Charles. Diana told Allen she never really wanted a separation or a divorce from Charles. Allen wrote, "Diana wanted Charles to be with her and to love her. Even though she was in her own romantic affair at this point, Charles was still the man she desired, and that was why it was so agonizing for her. Keeping my family together is the most important thing to me," Diana admitted. Before her tragic death, there was an intense public speculation that Diana and Kevin shared a romantic connection. It was believed they developed a spark when they discussed the possibility of collaborating on The Bodyguard. Kevin often looks back at these times with fondness, but he's never confirmed any romantic involvement. The closest fans have come to a revelation when he disclosed what Prince William said to him during their meeting. "We met in this room. It was just us. He walked up and we shook hands. The first line out of his mouth was, 'You know, my mom kind of fancied you.' As for the actor's impression of the royal, he was quite taken aback." He described himself as quite a young man, noting that the encounter was very sweet. Kevin left a meeting with such fond memories of who he was, how I was approached, and what we talked about. He didn't delve into specifics of the meeting, once again leaving fans to speculate about his relationship with the royal family. While everyone would love to hear all the details, they'll have to wait and hope for answers one day. However, fans do have Kevin's heartfelt recollections of his time with Diana. Kevin claimed the royal family might have influenced the decision to scrap The Bodyguard 2 following Princess Diana's death, saying in an interview with Howard Stern, "When Diana passed, about a year later, it had leaked that I was prepping Bodyguard 2 with her. And what happened was the royal family kind of turned on me a little bit," he explained. Ultimately, the project was ditched because things got kind of ugly, but also reminisced on the positive interactions. He noted, "There was a moment that was really flying down the tracks very quietly because of how I operate. It was so sweet. Sarah was the one that set this up. Sarah was very cool when she could have been going, 'I'm the princess too, what about me?' But she didn't do that at all, and Diana and I began to talk." Prince Charles proposed to Princess Diana in February of 1981. Although they had only met 13 times before their engagement, Diana was reportedly besotted by Charles. However, behind the scenes, Charles felt pressured by his father, Prince Philip, to propose to Diana despite Charles's feeling that they were mismatched. Diana married Charles, who was 12 years her senior, in July 1981. Millions of people worldwide watched the royal wedding. The couple welcomed 2 children, Prince William and Prince Harry, but despite some moments of happiness in their marriage, it appeared Charles was never genuinely devoted to his wife. He continued to keep a mistress, Camilla Parker Bowles, whom he met in the early 1970s. Although Camilla was not the only reason for the collapse of Diana and Charles's marriage, Diana's insecurities that Charles could never truly love her caused irreparable damage to the union. William admitted that he felt completely numb after his mother died. In a documentary marking the 20th anniversary of her tragic death, the now 42-year-old recalled walking behind his mother's casket, calling it one of the hardest things I've ever done. William, who shares 3 children with Princess Catherine, said he used his long fringe as a safety blanket during the walk to Westminster Abbey. "I felt if I looked at the floor and my hair came down over my face, no one could see me," he said. An alternative plan was put forward to have William walk alone behind the casket, but Harry objected, not wanting his older brother to have to go through that alone. "It didn't seem right that Willie would have such a hard time without me," Harry wrote in his 2003 memoir, Spare. In a new podcast of Apple's Time to Walk interview, in which William finally talks about the battle with mental health, William talks about the creation of the American legend Tina for 1989's The Best by Bonnie Tyler. The future queen said listening to the song took him back to a real family moment of driving to school with his mother, Princess Diana, and brother Harry. The heir to the throne has revealed that he begins his Monday mornings by playing Thunderstruck on the 1990 AC/DC band. The prince said that his children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, all inherited his love of music, although they often fight in the morning to play their favorite songs. "When I was younger, Harry and I were at a boarding school. My mother used to play all kinds of songs so we would not feel anxious to go back to school. And one of the songs I remembered most, and it stays with me all this time, I still enjoy listening to it secretly to this day, is Simply the Best by Tina Turner, because sitting in the back seat singing aside, I felt like a real family moment. And my mother, she drove singing out loud. We would even put the policeman in the car, and he would occasionally sing with us. We would sing and listen to music right outside the school gates, when we would be taken down. When I listen to her now, she brings me back to the moments of those car rides and brings back many memories of my mother," William said emotionally. He went on to say how she starts the mornings with music, especially those on Mondays, because it's the best way for him to achieve the proper refreshment that is needed for the weekend. There's nothing more beautiful than that on a Monday morning, when you have a little blurry eyes after the weekend, and you try and get back to the best part of the week. To listen to AC/DC's Thunderstruck, it makes you wake up and put your week in the best possible mood, and you feel like you could take everything and everyone. Prince William also told how his children have a desire for music. Although their list of favorite songs does not always match, One of the songs that kids love right now is Shakira Waka Waka. There are many movements with the hips. There's a lot of dressing. Charlotte, in particular, runs through the kitchen in her dresses and ballet flats and everything. She goes completely crazy with Louis, following her around and trying to do the same thing. It's a really happy moment when the kids just enjoy dancing, mixing, and singing. During the spring video, the Duke of Cambridge thinks aloud about his experiences working as an ambulance pilot, and with children involved in car accidents, and have made him realize the importance of sharing your thoughts and concerns to help his mental health. It really hit me a few weeks later. It's as if someone had put a key in a lock and unlocked it without giving me permission to do so. I felt like the whole world was dying. It's an amazing feeling. You just feel like everyone is in pain and everyone is suffering, and it was not me. I have never felt this before, said William, referring to a specific incident. During his most recent royal years, Prince William shared a rare emotional confession regarding his mother. While participating in the event, William met Lorna Ireland and her 12-year-old son, Shinobi Irons. They were filling their jars with bands of colored salt in memory of the child's grandmother who died 3 years ago, and his godmother who died in 2015. Lorna explained the prince began chatting with Shinobi. He told my son that when his mom died, he was 15 at the time, and he was very angry and found it difficult to talk about, she told a royal correspondent. So it was very important that Shinobi talk to somebody about how he was feeling. Even now, years later, she added, it was very personal and very special.